Welcome back to the screen, everyone. I'm Max, running the numbers on what might be tech's most chaotic week this year.
And I'm Lika, the creative soul of this digital corner. And Max, I genuinely don't know where to start, because we have three completely unrelated messes to get through today.
Not messes, Lika. Data points.
Data points that include a car with nobody driving it, an entire game studio division getting gutted, and an AI that the US government had to lock in a cage for 19 days. Let's go.
Let's start with the one that's literally driving around right now. Tesla just launched Robotaxi in Miami, and unlike Austin, there was no training wheels phase, no safety monitor in the passenger seat. Day one, empty front seat.
Wait, none? Not even a person just sitting there for show, like they did everywhere else?
None. Ashok Aluswamy, their VP of AI software, confirmed it himself on X within hours, almost like it was a badge of honor.
Max, they picked Miami in July, during the rainy season. That is not a coincidence. That's a stress test with actual human passengers strapped in the back seat.
To be fair, it's geo-fenced, roughly 10 to 14 square miles, covering West Miami, Doral, and Coral Gables. They specifically excluded downtown, Miami Beach, and the airport.
So they already know exactly which streets scare them. That tells you everything about how competent they actually are.
What worries me more is the tech underneath. No LiDAR, camera-only full self-driving, reading the whole road purely by vision. And NHTSA already has an open engineering analysis into that exact system failing to detect degraded visibility, glare, and what they officially call airborne obscurance.
Oh. Airborne obscurance is such a polite government way of saying the car cannot see through rain.
And Florida doesn't do light rain. It does walls of water for 20 minutes, then blinding sun the second it stops. Total opposite conditions back-to-back every single afternoon.
So if the car actually panics mid-ride, what happens?
Officially, it pulls over.
That's supposed to comfort me? A car just stopping dead in the middle of a flooded intersection during rush hour?
Well, chuckles. From an engineering standpoint, a car that admits it's confused and stops is safer than one that keeps guessing.
I need to know if any actual riders have watched it happen live, because right now, this just sounds like a controlled experiment running on real commuters who signed up through an app in a waitlist.
That is, functionally, exactly what it is. And remember, this is the same company that spent months phasing out safety monitors gradually in Austin, Dallas, and Houston. Miami skipped that entire process.
Do we know if Tesla's insurance side is even pricing this differently? Or are they just betting the data will look fine before regulators catch up?
That's the quiet part. Regulatory investigations move in months. Deployment moves in weeks. By the time NHTSA finishes its analysis, Miami will already have months of ride data either way.
Which either means they're extremely confident in the model now, or they've just decided public patience for phased rollouts is over.
Let us know in the comments if you get in one of these during a Miami thunderstorm.
Okay, gear change, because this next one made actual gamers furious. Microsoft just cut around 3,200 jobs from Xbox.
20% of the entire division. That's not a trim. That's the most significant restructuring in Xbox's history.
Wait, 20%? That's 1 in every 5 people who worked on your childhood console just gone.
And here's the part that stings. This is happening at the exact same time Microsoft is pouring tens of billions into AI data centers and raising debt to fund even more compute.
So they're not broke. They're just reallocating. Human game developers out, GPU racks in.
From a balance sheet perspective, that's simply where the growth curve is right now. Cloud compute for AI has a faster, bigger return than a single-player game with a 5-year budget and a team of hundreds.
Come on. That single-player game with a 5-year budget is the entire reason people bought an Xbox in the first place. You cannot vibe your way to a good story campaign with a chatbot.
Not yet, anyway.
Max, don't you dare.
Look, Shuckles. I'm just saying, this same month, Meta shipped an app called Pocket that lets anyone build mini-games with AI and basically zero code.
That's terrifying for a completely different reason. So a legacy console maker fires thousands of trained developers, while anyone with a laptop can now vibe code a game in an afternoon.
Tech layoffs are already at 142,000 jobs this year, and a huge chunk of that is companies redirecting headcount budgets straight into AI infrastructure instead.
And nobody who got laid off is getting a severance check made of GPU credits.
Fair, though to be blunt, the market's rewarding exactly that trade right now. Investors want the compute spent, not the headcount.
So which one actually threatens the games industry more long-term? The layoffs or the tools that are quietly replacing the people who got laid off?
Realistically, I think it's the same threat wearing two different masks.
Let us know in the comments. Is this just restructuring? Or is Microsoft basically admitting Xbox isn't the priority anymore?
Alright, last one, and this one's a little personal because it's about the actual technology holding up shows exactly like ours.
Oh no. What did the robots do this time?
Anthropic's flagship model, Fable 5, got suspended for 19 days, June 12th to July 1st. Not by Anthropic, by the U.S. Department of Commerce, an emergency export control directive.
Hold on. The government just switched off an entire AI model?
Essentially, yes, nationwide, across every product and API using it. Amazon researchers found a jailbreak that bypassed Fable 5's safety classifiers and got it to start identifying real exploitable software vulnerabilities. National security flagged it almost immediately.
So somebody found the exact combination of words that turns a chatbot into a hacking tool, and Washington just pulled the plug on the whole model.
For 19 days straight, reportedly the most disruptive government-ordered AI restriction in history. Access only just got restored this month.
I need to know if this means our jobs are technically insured by federal export law at this point.
Honestly, chuckles depending which model's under the hood, possibly yes. But zoom out, because while this was happening, OpenAI was reportedly floating a plan to hand the US government a 5% stake in the company.
So, one company gets banned outright by the government, and the other one is basically inviting the government in as a shareholder. Two completely different strategies for the exact same underlying problem.
Control the model directly, or let the model's owner co-own the government's trust instead. Either way, we are way past the point where these labs operate outside of Washington's reach.
And it's not just optics. If a 19-day blackout can hit the single biggest AI lab in the country, what happens to smaller companies who can't survive even a week without that same model running underneath their product?
That's the real fallout. A big lab can absorb a shutdown like that as a bad news cycle. A startup built entirely on one API would just die.
And meanwhile, China's just running its own rules entirely, with apps like Dubao pulling agent features to comply with their own new anthropomorphic AI regulations.
So every major government is racing to put a leash on the exact same technology, just using completely different leashes.
That's the part that actually unsettles me more than any robotaxi. Let us know in the comments. Should governments have the power to switch off a frontier AI model overnight? Or does that scare you more than the model itself?
Three completely different stories, one very simple theme. Nobody's fully in control right now. Not the car companies, not the game studios, and not even the AI labs building shows like this one.
On that comforting note, see you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.
This podcast was fully generated by AI.